Now keep turning slowly. Keep turning. Now, you see how much more room you have created there between you and the golf ball? All right. So, first things first, I'm gonna check this out. You have a fairly good backswing.
Mm-hmm.
Hands get decent depth. They're pretty close to your, I always use the heel line as a reference point. So you get pretty good turn. Then when you come down, the shaft's gonna start to steepen a little bit.
Yeah, it's steep.
Okay? Your hand pass working too far out. So what I want you to concentrate on what your pressure is doing. So if you look at your foot there, see how instantly
it lifts up.
The pressure moves into the toe. When we make a move in transition, you can stand back there by mine. So see this. When we make our initial transition move, okay, we start doing this, we're generally going to get into a position where we're pulling on that handle and getting the club pretty steep. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I want you to feel with your pressure that is actually moving and pushing down into the heel in the first part of your transition. Okay? So you're pushing back. I want your butt to go back. I want you to start creating room. And as you start uncoiling your chest, I want the club to stay farther back. All right? So we're going to be up. We're going to sit back. So you see how my hands stay in tighter to my body there and don't pull down here? I'm creating more space between me and the golf ball.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The more room that you have to work out, the more of an outward force you'll put on the handle. So if you watch this, I'm here and I put an outward force, the shaft wants to go behind me, right? If I'm here and I put a downward force on that handle,
Steep.
it wants to steepen,
Yeah.
right? So the key to give us more room is feeling that the pressure's not going that way in transition. It's actually going to move back into the heel, and then we can turn and make a push. You do push out of the ground well into impact, but that whole movement towards the golf ball really squeezes you in there. To feel the pressure's going to go there, and your butt's going to, there you go. See how you sat down? Yeah. Now keep turning slowly. Keep turning. Now, you see how much more room you have created there between you and the golf ball?
Yeah.
Okay? See how your hands are in front now, there's no flip? Any of that? That's a good feel. So go up again. Okay, give me another sit down move. There you go, keep turning. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, grab a golf ball. I want to do a freezer here. I want you to go up to the top of your backswing, okay? Then I want you to do that sit down move and stop, and then just turn into it. It doesn't matter where the golf ball goes when you do this. Good. Do it again. Really feel that pressure stays in the heel for you. Right. Now, when you get up to the top, go up without a ball. Go up and stop. Make that first move where you get the pressure into the heel. Okay, so it's in here. Yep. Oh, start over again. Start over again. Okay. Turn back. Okay. Sit down a little bit and feel like you're turning.
Okay.
There you go. That you need that turn. So start over again. When you sit down, feel like you're slightly turning.
Okay.
There you go. Right there. Now, I want the pressure to go from here and then move into the inside part of the inside ball of the trail foot, and that's how you're going to push the pressure forward.
Okay.
Do it again for me. Go up, down, and a little turn. There you go. Now, push out of the ball of your foot as you're working through. There you go. Do it with a little bit more speed for me. Good. One more. Good. Let's get a golf ball and do the same thing. It's a lot more solid. I did want a freezer there, but I like that move.
Okay.
Okay. How does that feel?
It feels like I'm less armsy and more like hips.
More hips?
Yeah.
So a lot of players will tell you when they're doing that they feel they're hitting the golf ball with their left shoulder, right? When you're turning, and if you're going to be less flippy, and you're rotating, you feel like the left shoulder, or the lead shoulder, you could be righty, moving up and back through impact, is pulling that club through impact. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. All right, hit me one more. Much better.